This is Ammar Al-Beik. I am Ammar Rabbo. We are from the film Kaleidoscope. It's a film that was shot in Dubai. It talks about a photographer going from Aleppo to Cannes Film Festival. So it's about life, it's about cinema, it's about war, it's about humanity, all this together in only 20 minutes.
Thank you so much for joining us. So in the introduction you mentioned the duration was just 20 minutes, so which is what my first question is going to be directed on. How do you manage to put in everything, both as a director as well as an actor, to adapt yourself and concise everything in like 20 minutes, and at the same time put across to the audience what exactly you need to say?
بتقدري تحطي كتير أفكار بدقيقة، وبتقدري تحطي كتير أفكار ب20 دقيقة، وبتقدري تحطي كتير أفكار ب90 دقيقة. هي حسب حاجتك لتوصلي الشيء اللي بدك إياه من خلال الزمن اللي بعدين بيفرض حاله.
You can say a lot of ideas in 1 minute. You can say a lot of ideas in 90 minutes. You can say a lot of ideas in 10 minutes. So it depends of your need of expressing yourself, what things you have to say. What's important is to have things to say, and use then the time you can adapt to your ideas.
So the film, it has a lot of political references, very strong political references, and a stance. So what influence do you think politics in general has on filmmakers and on films?
As we are people who think that politics is everywhere. You cannot say, I don't want to talk about politics. Everything you do is about politics. If you decide to scream now here, it's politics. If you decide to drive a car, you can see that some places in the world, some people, for instance women, cannot drive a car. This is politics. Everything is politics. So we cannot, the movie makers are very aware of their environment, of what's happening around them. So everything they do is about politics. Every movie, was it Fellini, was it Youssef Chahine, was it anyone, is about politics. You cannot say this movie is not politics. Even if it's a love story that is totally about, I don't know, a man and a woman and sex, this is politics.
So there's always some political agenda somewhere.
I think so.
ما بعتقد هي أجندة، هي طريق، هي شيء بيفوت بحياتنا. هاي المقابلة معك هي نوع من سياسة لنقول شيء وتسألينا عن شيء ونجاوبك عن شيء. فهي مثل ما بيقول عمار، وبأكد هذا الشيء، إنه هي موجودة هي مو موجودة، هي الحياة يعني.
It's not a real agenda. It's there. It's just there. It's like now being here answering to your questions. It is also politics. It is a political choice. So we cannot say it is an agenda, or we cannot say it is a decision to bring politics into cinema. Politics is life, or a way of life, and cinema is about this.
Do you think that relationship between politics and cinema, it's sort of symbiotic? So you feed off each other in a way? Do you think that relationship works, or is that statement justified?
I think politics feeds cinema, yes, because many films are about society, choices, love, hate, despair, hope. All this is politics, but I'm not sure that the other way works. I'm not sure politics is fed by cinema. It should, maybe. It would be better.
I think it should. I mean, that's what politics is based on, like the public, for people. So, and cinema does precisely that. So, I don't know. I think it should be two ways.
Now, we were talking a bit earlier about Gaddafi. For instance, when you look at the death of Gaddafi, the way he died, this is a very cinema moment. It could be a movie. You know,
it's pretty dramatic.
It's very dramatic. So yes, sometimes the cinema goes into politics. Sometimes, yeah.
Within the movie, you mentioned that the lead character plays a photojournalist. So how difficult or easy was it to switch between the two roles, between playing a photojournalist and seeing all the atrocities of war and all of that, and then coming to a place like a film festival, for instance? So how do you portray the two stark contrasts between two worlds, and how does, as an actor, how do you adapt that, and as a director, how do you show the contrast?
For me, it wasn't. I was not playing this role as much as it is my life, and I believe that everyone's life every day is like this. You wake up in the morning, you can laugh, you can cry, you can be angry, you can kiss someone, love, etc. We are not made of one feeling. You know, some people tell me, "Oh, but you're a war photographer, or you have been covering war. Why do you cover film festivals? You should stick to this. You should only do that." And I say, it's like if we would wake up and we say, I will be sad all the day, and tomorrow I'll be sad also, and then in a week maybe I will be happy. We are not like this. We are people who can, in 1 hour, we can listen to a joke, laugh, then cry, then be happy, etc., etc. And this is life.
As a director, what do you prefer, shooting short films or full-length feature films?
سؤال كتير ساذج، لأنه ما في فرق، لأنه السينما هي ببداية الحديث قلت لك ممكن تكون دقيقة، وممكن تكون في أفلام طولها 8 ساعات. هي أنا بالنسبة إلي هي مانا قرار واحد بيبلش فيه بيقول أنا بدي أروح أعمل فيلم طويل أو فيلم قصير، لأنه ممكن الفيلم القصير يتحول لفيلم طويل والعكس. هي في أنا برأيي صناعة الفيلم مثل كتابة الشعر، مثل الموسيقى، بوقت كتير مهم ممكن يكون هو بيحدد الشكل. يعني مع شغل الفيلم ممكن الفيلم يقول لك أجوبة إنه أنا بدي يكون فيلم طويل أو فيلم قصير. يعني هي طريقة بالشغل يعني، بس ما في شيء ستاندرد يعني.
He thinks it's a very naive question, and it's like the first question when he said some ideas can be expressed in 1 minute or in 8 hours. He believes cinema is like music or poetry. You begin with something and then it does impose the length on you. You may begin with a short movie and then the short movie goes into a feature. It's not something that is defined before, like you say, I would do this length and nothing else, nothing more. So it evolves, when you're working on it.
So thank you so much for your time. It was a pleasure talking to the both of you.